So let's talk about tech, books, this amazing hoodie. Happy holidays. Welcome back to Economics with Dr. A. Today, in preparation for the holidays, I wanted to talk about holiday shopping and how I feel about it. In short, I'm not a big fan, but you want to figure out why, so stay tuned. If you're like me, then the holiday shopping season is super stressful. It's a stressful experience. The paradox of choice is overwhelming, and I end up buying nothing for my loved ones. Paradox of choice is the situation when you have too many options and you can't make a decision. Like that thought process, the decision-making process just doesn't work, so you avoid making a decision. For me, I spend so much time trying to find the perfect gift, and then I end up with no gifts at all. So if you've ever wondered why I haven't bought you a gift, now you know it's because of the paradox of choice. At least that's the excuse I'm using. I appreciate you. Let's get some legal language out of the way. Every item that I'm going to share over here is an item that I have used and I appreciate, but also I'm going to share some affiliate links. So if you purchase something using that link, I'll make a couple of pennies that will help keep me motivated in the process of content creation, but know that you won't be charged additionally for using that link. So we all win. Mutually beneficial trade, as they say in economics. So let's talk about tech, books, this amazing hoodie. All right, the first item in the tech area is my MX Master 3 by Logitech. I love this mouse. It's amazing. It is wireless, rechargeable, and it saves its battery. I think the last time I charged this was about 2 months ago, and it's still going strong. So I love it. The other thing that I love about it is you could connect it to 3 devices. So if you have an iPad, a computer, or a work computer, home computer, you could actually connect them and be able to switch in between them. The thing that I love the most is the side scroll aspect, which helps me a lot with my editing for my videos. But more importantly, and I think most academics will relate to this, is if you have a lot of tabs open on your web browser, which I do, then you could scroll from one tab to the next by scrolling through the side scroll. The other thing is everything is adjustable, so you could make sure that the buttons do exactly what you want. An amazing app comes with the program, with the hardware. It's a great product. It's $99. It's Mac and PC compatible, which I love, so just make sure you buy the right one. The other thing on my list is also by Logitech, is their keyboard, the MX Keys. I love it. If you use the Apple keyboard, buy a new keyboard. You deserve it. It's going to change your life. It's so easy to use, and once again, it's programmable, so you could add multiple computers or screens if you may, or multiple computers actually, not screens. And the battery life is amazing. Once again, I think it's been 2 months since I charged it. All right, let's talk about your YouTube friends or your professors. For those of us that are committed to providing the best audio quality in Zoom meetings or classes, a microphone is a must. And I love this microphone, the Samsung Q2U. It's $69. It's affordable. What I love about it is you could connect it using USB or XLR. It gives you a little bit of versatility, and I love it. The audio is amazing. I started using it in March, and the audio quality of my videos has improved drastically. For the podcasters out there or anyone recording audio, I love the Zoom H6. So my microphone is currently connected to the H6. The 6 here in the name indicates how many microphones I could plug into the Zoom recorder. So I'm separately recording my audio. If you're a podcaster, this would be the setup that I would go with. You get 6 microphones, you put them into the H6, and then you and your friends can have a conversation, record it. You could record separate files, merge them all together, whatever you like, but you get a lot of capabilities here. If 6 is too many, then you might want to look at the Zoom H4 or the Zoom H1N. I started recording, as I said, in March using this setup. One thing that we're doing is we're actually using this setup to record our screen recordings for the Econ games, for the Tableau and Stata tutorials. We're working on creating some tutorials, this is the setup that we're going with. Audio's crisp, you sound great, and I think people appreciate that. Leave in the comments, tell me, is good audio something that you appreciate? Let's talk about books. I can go on and on about books. I will keep it simple. I will tell you my favorite financial literacy book for the year, the one that I recommend over and over since I read it about a couple of months ago, 3 months ago, is Get Good with Money by Tiffany the Budgetnista. She does an amazing job. This is the book right here. She does an amazing job going through all the personal finance decision-making processes that you will go through life. But what I love about what she does is she does not have set steps. A lot of financial advice out there is step 1, you do this, step 2, you do that. And if you know my views, I believe that the world is more complex than being able to just follow a set of steps. You know, your financial path is a function of your personal wishes, but also it's a function of the macroeconomy. So what Tiffany does in her book is she talks about the pros and cons of different approaches and leaves it up to you to figure out what should be best for your situation. So it's more instructional rather than advice. And I love the book for that reason. I love it so much that next week when we meet with our colleagues, our high school educators through the Center for Economic Education, the Center for Economic Education is gifting each of our educators with their own copy of this. So educators, if you're watching this, expect your gift when I see you next week. The other book that I love and I recommend often, and I go back to it myself, is Storytelling with Data. This book is recommended reading for my students in my Data Tools for Economics and Business Students class that I teach every spring. It is required reading, as I said. It's also required reading for our Center for Economic Education fellows. Before they start working on research or presenting, they must read this book. And honestly, every time I read it, I learn something new, and that to me is a good sign of a good book to have on your shelf at all times. All right, let's talk about this hoodie, the hoodie. I'm so excited about this hoodie. If you watch my YouTube videos or follow me on Instagram, then you know that hoodies make up 70%, roughly. Some might argue more than 70% of my wardrobe. We'll go with 70% of my wardrobe. I love them. I feel so comfortable in them, and I think they look great. A couple of weeks ago, I had a little problem. I released an early morning Instagram post, reel specifically, and it was economic news that I just had to get out as soon as possible, and couldn't wait. And I was wearing a hoodie with, that day I decided to put my hood up. I had several people reach out to me and mention, and I quote here, how I did not look professional in my hoodie, and that I would improve how far my message got if I dressed more professionally. This isn't the first time that somebody has reached out to me to talk about what I'm wearing or the cup of coffee that I have in my hand. And what really bothers me is nobody really talks about the content. They talk about what you're wearing. This time it stood out to me, and it's something that I thought is worth doing something about. I found myself wondering, how often do we marginalize people's messages by what they are wearing? Now, we know in economics has a lack of diversity problem. I found myself asking, are we excluding people from our major, our profession, by what they're wearing, how they look, or where they're from? I personally believe everyone belongs in economics. To raise awareness for this issue and to create a more inclusive profession, I thought I'd create this hoodie. And I called it Hoodies in Economics, and it's this idea that we need to raise awareness that everyone belongs in economics, even if you're wearing a hoodie. I designed it myself. You can buy it on my website. I'll put the link right here. I'm donating 10% of each sale between now and January 1 to the NKU Center for Economic Education student luncheon program. This is a program that's developed over the past several months where students meet, they learn about professional development, and they also talk about current economic events. So the proceeds, or the 10%, will go to providing students lunches because incentives matter. and I want as many students to attend these lunches as possible. Know that your contribution will make a difference. How to buy the hoodie. As I said, I'll add a link in the description on how to purchase the hoodie. It's on my website. These hoodies are top quality. They're soft. They're nice. I love them. You can walk around representing economics and also know that you're helping to improve the sense of belonging in economics. Buy a hoodie for yourself, your colleagues, your professors, your favorite economics student. Everybody needs one of these hoodies. I might be biased, but either way, get you one. Thanks for watching. Have a happy holiday, and I will see you next week.